Hammers, build your body and your bank. Check out how to earn 10K per month plus with my business intelligence finance technology consultant training accelerator program. Link in the description. Hey, what's up, Hammers? All right, welcome back. It is that time again. Time to smash a workout. Okay, so before I go on about training and everything, quick update from my side. It is the 6th out of 7th day of the week for me. So today's Saturday, the last day, and then Sunday starts a new week. And I have clocked in 70 hours, which is excellent. Usually I don't get this high before I have one more day left. So I had a chance to crack the 80-hour barrier, but I'm behind on tasks that need to be done, but they don't contribute to the focus time. So I don't know if I will, but regardless, I have been going ham on launching the academy. Now, you don't have to work like this all the time, but certain seasons, you do have to go all out to complete what you're trying to complete. And for me, that season is right now. So what am I behind on? My car is almost out of gas and it's about to turn off. I have been driving as slow as I can to delay putting in gas, and just because I don't want to go to the gas station. But right now, I'm going to do that. And I haven't washed my car in over a month, so I'm going to do that as well. And I needed a haircut, which I already did. Now, haircuts for me take 15 minutes because I do them myself. So that's not a huge time sink, but I was still behind on that. Now, okay, so that covers the things that need to be done that I have to do. Now, regarding training, okay, so the good thing was I went ham on the entrepreneurial activities that I need to do, the creation of the training academy. The bad thing is I only did one workout this week, which is horrible. So today I'm actually going to go extra ham and I'm going to do a double workout because I'm at 30 sets for the week. I track this in my focus tracker. I have my number of sets I did, number of hours I focused, and so on. So right now for the week, I had one workout on Tuesday, which was the high volume leg day. And on my high volume leg day, I still feel it. So I've divided my leg day into two components. Every time leg day comes up, I alternate between high load and high volume. The high volume one, ow, my leg still hurts. So I did want to incorporate high load in there for hypertrophy reasons, to have an element of progressive overload, because in my high volume, what the problem I was running into was I'm doing 20 reps, full range of motion, ass to grass, Tom Platt style squats, but raising the weights is hard on that because there's so many reps and I'm doing more than 6 sets, and I'm doing multiple pre-exhaustion exercises, from supersets of leg extensions with partial reps to leg press. So I pre-exhaust the legs, then I do 6 sets of hack squats, and it's hard to increase the weight, but the volume is there, which I do, and I do think legs need volume. The reps are very important, full range of motion. And then I added high load days, which is 3 sets of hack squats, 8 to 15 reps instead. And I was doing over 2 plates on that, around 9 rep region, which feels really good. But I would say the high volume day makes my legs a lot more tired, right? Okay, so I did one workout on Tuesday. Today is Saturday. So the game plan for today is going to be a double workout, which means I'm going to do chest and back, and I'm going to do arms. And I'm going to do accessory work for traps. And for arms, it's going to be shoulders, biceps, and triceps. So today is going to be an absolute warrior day. First, I am going to do a quick car wash because it's been a month and I want to do that. So I will see you guys soon after the wash. All right, sweet. The car is washed. Highly satisfying to have a clean car. Okay, sweet. That's done. All right, now let's talk hypertrophy training. So pretty much all week, I've been going on focus hours, working hard, launching the academy, working on the VSL. So my sleep schedule has been really off. I've been going to bed between 5 and 7 a.m. almost every night. So this should be an experiment in natural muscle gain under poor sleep conditions. But also, I've only done 30 sets this week. So I do like to keep it above 90 ideally. Over 100 is better. And sometimes I go over 120, which I'm going a little too much volume. But this week I'm at 30 and I'm at the last day of the week. The way I count it from Sunday to Saturday. So today's Saturday. So I want to do a double workout. And I'll just go into the background of the mission and the objective and all of that. So pretty much the objective is to get to 180 pounds at 8%. And things were going well, but lately I'm on the tail end of my project. So pretty much I saved up some capital enough to survive for about a year and a half. I quit my job and I am running an experiment about launching a training academy. And I've been working quite hard on it, but now I am in the tail end of things. So it complicates the equation. It's really tempting to not want to go and exercise after putting in 12-hour days back to back. However, it's needed because without it, the brain is not primed to go into flow state. And if it's not primed to go into flow state, you might sit down for 6 hours and you might only do 3 hours of work. So it's actually better to take some time off and go to the gym because the hours afterwards will be more productive. And that's what I like about exercise and natural bodybuilding, that you can 90% focus on something else, train every other day as hard as you can with intensity-based techniques, and then still be near the top caliber of what's possible genetically. So pretty much I put on 40 pounds of muscle over 2 years and over 24 months. And I did it by working out every other day with intensity-based techniques. And the other really important factor was protein. So for me, the easiest way to get protein, a lot of it anyways, is through protein shakes. And I actually have some, maybe I'll show you guys. But what I do is I make 3 bullet blenders, about that big. Each has a scoop of protein, creatine, oatmeal from the same protein scooper, quarter cup of chocolate milk, a third of banana, so 1 banana split across the 3. And I blend all that up and it tastes good. And I have 3 of them a day. So literally I'm having 3 scoops of protein per day. Now, yes, you can get it from other sources, but whey protein actually absorbs really nicely and it has a full amino acid profile, all of them that you need. So I do like to get it from specifically protein powder. Now, usually the concern that people give me is, hey, is that bad for you? If you go on YouTube and see how protein powder is made, essentially the way protein powder is made is just dried milk. They take milk, they dry it, they remove the lactose from it so it doesn't upset your stomach, and you're off to the races. Now, so the protein was a very important factor. So if you are having similar goals to me, especially if you started off at a similar body type as I did, which was at 130 pounds and essentially just to stick. So I have an ectomorph body type. When I don't train, I lose weight and I turn very skinny. And I know people have different body types. Some people, when they don't train, they might get soft and put on weight. For me, it's always the opposite, which sounds like a good problem to have, but it's not, because I would get really underweight if I don't exercise and all of that. Now, if you do have the opposite body type, what you should do is high intensity interval training, 15 minutes a day. So 15 minutes of stairs per day for 6 months. Lower yourself when you have a good foundation and then apply these techniques, or apply them in parallel. Do the high intensity training and also do the hypertrophic training once every other day. So pretty much I put on 40 pounds of muscle by working out every other day and drinking 3 protein shakes a day in the way that I just mentioned with the oatmeal and all of that. So now I'm at 170 pounds and I want to get to 180. I'm running into challenges. I've only worked out once this week, but today I'm going to try to do 60 sets and that'll put me at 90. Actually, 25, 50 sets. If I do 25 for, so I'm going to do a double workout today. I'm going to do chest and back first, and then I'm going to do arms after. Usually I do them on 2 separate days, but if I get these 2 workouts in today, that would be a huge success. So that is the game plan. Now let's talk about intensity techniques. So what I want to do, even though I haven't been there all, like I went on Tuesday and the Tuesday workout was fantastic. My legs are still sore. I did Tom Platt style hack squats. I did exhaustion work, then 6 sets of hack squats, 20 reps all the way up, all the way down. And my legs are still sore from that. Perfect. But what I'm going to do is when I get in there, I'm going to make sure I am working out efficiently because it's going to be a double workout. I want to get out of there in under 2 hours. And next week, I want to start a normal schedule, if possible. I finished recording my VSL, which took me so much effort. It took me like 2 months to research and put together how to make a VSL. I had to go through 2 advertising books. Then I had to make the script. Then I had to make the slides. Then I had to record it. Then I had to make sure I'm communicating the features of the product correctly. And it's a pretty big product. So all of that took me like 2 to 3 months, if you can believe that. And finally, it's done and recorded. I do have to edit it. You guys will see it on the channel soon enough. But I am hoping to resume a normal workout schedule where I go every other day. So today, if I can put in a double workout, I'll add another 50 sets to this week's count. And I already have 30, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that'll be pretty good. And then last week I did 90, this week will be 80, and I'm on track. Not ideal, but sometimes you got to roll with the punches. It is tempting to just say next week I'll just start working out properly, but I don't want to get into a habit of that. I want my mind to know if I miss a week's worth of work, I do have to make up for it. So that's the game plan for today. Now, chest and back and arms. And the workout is pretty simple for chest and back and arms. It's not the exercises that I'm doing that's important. As a natural lifter, natural athlete, or natural bodybuilder, the only thing you have to rely on to promote muscle growth is the stimulus, which is the training. And the effectiveness of the training is if you got the intensity right or not. If your 1 rep max was 100 pounds for an exercise and you took 20 pounds and you did 20 sets with it, it's just not enough weight, even though you did a lot of volume. But if you took 100 pounds and did 1 rep, it's not a lot of time under tension to promote hypertrophy. Yes, you'll get stronger, but the mechanism of muscle growth, the time under tension, is just not there. So the intensity technique is finding the optimal frontier of the intersection of time under tension and volume and pushing as hard as you can. And that would be the perfect workout if you can find that, and you only take the appropriate amount of rest. So you take a minute and a half to a minute 45-second rest on most exercises, and for legs anywhere from 2 minutes to sometimes 3 minutes if you're doing 20 set squats and you're on the last reps. So it's not really the exercise that you pick, it's more how you do them. And what I promote on this channel, what worked best for me, is intensity-based training. So I focus on making sure that on the stretch portion of the exercise, the portion of the exercise where the muscle is most stretched. So if I'm doing bicep curls, that would be here. I make sure I go to the most stretched part and you do a static hold there, allowing the weight to put tension on the muscle at the most stretched part. That is the most anabolic part. And if you're doing that properly, that is an intensity technique. So I keep that in mind, and then doing it with a nice tempo, because if you're rushing it, you add momentum, and you never want to add momentum for hypertrophy training. Maybe if you're going for 1 rep max for a competition or something, it's a different style of training, but you're making sure that you do a nice tempo, full range of motion when possible. Probably one of the things I utilize the heaviest is partial reps. After you've done your main set, I try to superset most exercises with partial reps. So if I'm doing the bench press and I can do 10 reps, at the end, actually I don't do partial reps on bench press because once you fail, it's going to be on your chest. But aside from bench press, like leg extension, you do these little quarter reps, even a 5th rep, and you do a lot of them. And you superset it like that. And I count that as 2 sets because it is very intense. And the part of the exercise that's the best is the part near failure. So what you're actually doing is you're taking the muscle to failure and you're just working it at that groove with the partial reps. So in summary, intensity techniques is the holy grail of natural hypertrophy and natural muscle gain. And what we're going to focus on is partial reps, superset, drop set, rest pauses, static holds, making sure the muscle is under the maximum stretch position. And putting all that together, working out every other day, you can gain muscle at not the natural limit. And I gained it at 20 pounds per year. But I'll pause my rant there. I will see you guys in the gym. I'm going to focus on driving, and then we shall do chest and back. And immediately, we will superset the workout with arms, biceps, triceps, and shoulders as well. All right, time to get started. So I'm going to do a bit of a proper warm-up today. Previous workouts, I've been skipping them. So 30 rep side laterals with 10 pounds to warm up the shoulders, then 2-minute planks to get some abdominal work in, and then a bit of stretches, and that should be good. I have not been doing bird dogs because I put in deadlift, and I think the deadlifts took away all the lower back sensitivity I was having. So let's see how that goes. If it comes back, I'll put the bird dogs back in. Okay, so I'm going to start off with chest and back. And for that, first is 3 sets of pull-ups, each supersetted with partial reps. This is set number 1. Okay, now 1.5 minute break. Okay, so this is set number 2. I'm going to go for 10 and then 5 on the partials, but I'm going to do it slowly. So if I don't get 10, it's all good. I just want quality reps. One and a half minute break. Set number 3, the last one. All right, so pull-ups are done. Next is seated rows. So the first set is going to be an ignition set with 20 reps. Then it's going to be a triple level drop set, the main working set. And I took a 2-minute break after the pull-ups to the seated rows. I'll make sure I keep my abs tight to avoid injury. Okay, now 1-minute break before the next one. All right, next is deadlift. For this, just warm up, 25-pound plate on both sides. Warm up with like maybe 8 to 12 reps. Okay, so this is the first working set, and it's just 45-pound plate. I'm gonna do 10 reps. Set number 2, this is 45-pound plate and 25-pound plate on either side, and I'm gonna go for 8 reps. Set number 3, another 8 sets, or 8 reps, I should say. Okay, so I forgot to do the accessory work in the beginning, so I'm gonna do a superset for traps, and I'm just gonna use ignition sets as much as I can to really roast them. Sorry, I meant rest pauses, like 5-second rests, and then another set on repeat. And now I'll take like a 5 to 10-second rest pause, and then I'll go right back at it. So that's rest pause set number 2. And I really feel it. Probably because I did deadlifts before this, so they're pretty exhausted. Okay, that's rest number 3. That's number 4. And now I'm starting to feel it in my forearms as well. Okay. And I think that's it for traps. Feels pretty good. They're pretty sore. Okay, next is chest. Okay, set 1, warm up, 20 reps with 25-pound plate. Okay, this is the first working set, and it's going to be a drop set. Second set, another drop set. This is the last working set. Set number 3, another drop set. 45-pound plate and 25-pound plate. Now, I do need to be a bit careful because I don't have the safety guards here. So I will go 1 rep shy of failure, I think. Okay, next is dips. This is all about the full range of motion. I'm going to superset it with partial reps. This one's for the stretch. This feels absolutely fantastic. It's a really good exercise. All right, that concludes the chest and back workout. Now, I'm gonna go straight into my arms workout, which is shoulders, triceps, and biceps. And normally I wouldn't do 2 workouts together, but I only had 1 workout this week, and I really want to log some proper numbers in my Excel trackers. Hey there, Hassan here. Do you want a copy of this tracking sheet? Gamify your progress and level up. It's exactly what I used. Just click the link in the description for your free copy. So I'm just going to go for it. So this is going to be straight into shoulders. The first set is going to be an ignition set, 20-pound dumbbell, side laterals for, I think, 20 reps. Okay, my mic wasn't on in the last set, but basically what I was saying was it's a superset, drop set style, each with partial reps. They're little quarter reps, and I go for 18 plus 18 and 16 plus 16. It's going to be 1 more working set, just like that. I'm going to do it now, and it's going to be less reps, but the same thing. Okay, so for this one, I'm going for 17 plus 13, and then 13 plus 13 on the drop set. Okay, so next is one arm cable side laterals. Now, I do these a little different than everybody else. And this is one of those things where I think you got to rely on your instinct. But I like to have this position where my arm is being pulled and this is maximum stretched, because I want the delts to be maximum stretched at the bottom. That I know is the best position for hypertrophy, so I do it like this. And this one's not a lot of weight. And it's superset with partials as well. I'm using about 50 pounds. But it really depends on the machine. Some machines, 10 pounds feels heavy. And this one, the 50 pounds feels kind of light. And left arm first, just so I don't overtrain my right. Okay, now partials. All right, same thing with the right arm. Partials, about 20. Okay, next is triceps. All right, so for tricep, behind the back tricep extension from the ground position. So first is going to be an ignition set to pre-exhaust it. And I'm using about 70 pounds. And 20 reps. And then partial reps. Okay, this is the working set. And it's going to be about 150 pounds with a drop set. and then partials. And the drop set. Okay, I'm gonna lower it a bit. I'm going to 70. I can barely get any reps. Okay, these are just the normal tricep pushdowns. And here, I'm gonna do about 250. I don't think it's actually 250 because I weigh 170. So I shouldn't be able to push it down, but I'm gonna start with 250 and I'm gonna do a 10 level drop set. One, two, three, four, five. Is the fifth level. If I can't get full reps, I'll just do partials. This is called a run down the rack style drop set where you just start off at a heavy weight and then this weight is supposed to feel like nothing, but it's still kind of hard because of the multi-level drop set. All right, that's it for triceps. Next is biceps. And then we're done this workout. All right, Last muscle group, biceps. Just gonna warm up with 40 pounds and get in the groove. £80 barbell, 10 plus 6 reps. So it's a superset with partials. Rest pauses if needed. Partials. All right, last exercise of the double workout. Perfect. So it's gonna be 6 plus 7 with the 80 pounds and then 5 plus 5 with the 60. It's a drop set, superset, each with partial reps. Rest pause if needed. My grip gave out. I was gonna drop it, but I gotta do 5 partials. So I'm gonna take a rest pause. All right, sweet. Done. Time for a pump check. This is a rare pump because I worked out at almost every muscle in the upper body. I started with back, then I did chest, then I did arms. I did supersets for bench press. I did traps. I did superset pull-ups. I did seated rows. I did superset barbell curl. I did triceps. I did shoulders. So this is a rare pump. Let's start with most muscular. Actually, let's check out the biceps first. Check this out. It's like a horizontal cut going across it, and I'm barely even flexing. And the shoulders are pumped. I see some striations. Let's see if we have any chest striations. Okay, we're gonna start with most muscular.
Okay, and then front lat spread. Some cramps. Okay, and now rear double bicep. Okay, and then side tricep. Okay, let's check out the left bicep. Very pumped. There's some shoulder veins as well. Kind of hard to get an angle on them. Check out the right bicep. Okay, front double bicep. This is probably my hardest pose. I don't really know how to do it. I'll do it two ways. First, I exhale all the way. Okay, and then we'll do it with the intercostal way instead of vacuum. So I flex my intercostal like that, breathe out. That one's easier for me to do. Okay, left obliques, and then right obliques. Okay, I think that's it. That's it for today. So I made it up. I made up for the workout. I think I did 50 or 60 sets today. I have it written down, but pretty much I count the superset sets 2 sets. If I did a superset, that's 2 sets. A drop set is 2 sets, and so on, because they're really potent. So I think they should count. You're working it in when the muscle is already exhausted. So the first chest and back, I did 30 sets, and then arms, I think I did probably between 20 and 30. So in 2 days, I'm going to try to resume normal working out and every other day cadence. And I'll see you guys then for legs. And the legs workout will be high load workout where we're going to be going for heavier weights because last time we did higher volume. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.